The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 in case the producer joins for a specific reason because of a conversation that happened after the show yesterday. And it relates to kind of golden ticket in a way because you're going to win concerts for a year. The Q101 does. And I just have one request for the people out there. Do not sing along with the artist that you're seeing playing. Enjoy the show. Experience the show. But maybe you're like me and you don't like it when the entire crowd sings along to a song because you paid hard-earned money to go see your artist. And what do they do when everybody starts singing along? They'll just lean back, let the music play, and it becomes a karaoke festival. I'm sorry. I was labeled a curmudgeon yesterday by Case and our IT guy, Steve Pacheco. And they're from complete different walks of life, by the way. Steve and Pacheco and Case are not just a couple of young punks coming at me. Steve Pacheco's more of my type of person, right?
Well, what do you mean by that?
A Gen Xer.
Somebody. I really didn't know where you were going with that.
And I want to know, for the people out there listening, are you with me on this? Because at shows, for example, Jessie Reyez, I didn't know much about her. It was our pop-up for Lollapalooza last Friday at Reggie's. It was incredible. 500 people got in, another 1,000 didn't get in, and I was excited to see her, and she was incredible. Everybody there started singing along, and she pulled back on the guitar and kept singing. It must feel wonderful for her. It must feel incredible. But me wanted to hear more of her singing, and it was about 4 or 5 songs because she had to go play Lollapalooza. I don't want you singing at the show. I want to hear the artist sing. And this happened not just recently, but many years ago. I think it started with Dave Matthews Band. I'm going to put it on Dave.
He's the first artist that had people sing along at his concerts?
I'm thinking so. No, we can go way back to Queen, maybe.
Or maybe to Elvis, or to the gramophone recordings of the early
Frank
20th
Sinatra.
century. Yeah, thank you.
No, you can find me a tape of Frank or Elvis where the whole crowd's singing along and you can't hear Frank or Elvis. I want to hear it. I want to see it.
I think I can do that pretty
nobody who
easily.
splits up their live albums, you can hear them. They always use their microphone.
Somebody filmed on an 8mm camera back there when Elvis was playing, and I'm sure there's some audio somewhere. I don't believe. Now, like the Beatles, all that, people scream, the girls scream, but they didn't sing along the song. You couldn't hear the song.
You don't think they sang it all as the Beatles?
Can we just live in today's world? It's happening at every show now. Every show I go to, everybody sings along to every... Now, you went to Taylor Swift.
Okay, here's my thing. I don't mind the singing along with songs. You know what pissed me off? I hate when I go to a show, and I know it's a concert, and I know it's loud. But like at Taylor Swift, I had a group of moms behind me who didn't care about the show, and they brought their daughters. They were screaming so they could hear each other because they're sitting in a row so they hear each other about their busy schedules and what they're doing this fall. So we're taking the kids to Tennessee, and I'm like, that pissed me off because I literally couldn't hear Taylor Swift or the lyrics other people were singing because they were talking about their schedules in the fall. And we were like in the 200 level, which has like the nice inside. Go sit inside. Why are you screaming over everybody? Go sit inside.
Were their schedules busy, though? Did they sound like they had a lot going on?
I don't know, but I almost punched him in the face.
But
I was doing the turnarounds like you do at movie theaters.
And that annoyed you. But to your point, everybody else was also singing every lyric to every song there at the show. People paid thousands of dollars for those tickets. Are you like me? And I want you to check in here at 312-591-8300. Call in and tell me your passion on concerts. On which side are you on? Am I the one just completely out of touch and I'm a big curmudgeon and an a-hole because I want to hear the artist I go see sing?
To be clear, just to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
You don't like when people buy a ticket to go see their favorite band and sing along to their favorite songs because you probably also hate Sunshine, Puppies, etc. I just want to make sure I understand your argument.
Here's what I'm willing to do.
Okay.
I'm willing to have everybody have an agreement to the one song of the artist that will sing in the set. Just everybody can sing one. But you're right. I don't think I hate Puppies and Sunshine. I just hate that. I get it. You're vibing and you're feeling yourself, and I understand.
What show are you going to where the artist isn't louder than the people screaming and they have a microphone?
Have you been to Listen, Kenzie, you self-admittedly don't go to tons of concerts.
I go to tons of concerts.
I understand.
I said I don't like to spend all my money going to concerts, but I go to a million of them.
Every concert I go to now, everybody sings so loud, louder than the artist. I mean, 20,000 people can outdo a PA system and a microphone. They can do that. And it started years ago. I remember seeing Dave Matthews at Soldier Field, and that was when I first felt like that started with the Dave Matthews era.
I was at Taylor Swift, which was a lot of people and one person singing, right?
Right.
And I could still hear Taylor.
Did she pull back and stop at some points when everybody was singing?
Yeah, like every artist pulls back and lets somebody do the chorus or something. That's very normal.
I don't mind it for a second. I don't want it the whole show. And it seems like
I'd be mad if she sat there and played a guitar and decided not to sing a song because everyone was singing.
Or they sing half of it and they pull back and the crowd. And it must be an amazing feeling for them. I get it. But I want to hear the artist sing completely by themselves. That's why I'm there. Maddie's checking in from Batavia. Maddie, ahoy.
Oh, hey, guys.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
So which side are you on? Mine, or I guess it seems like I'm outnumbered, but, which side are you on?
I'm on Case's side 100%.
Why
How do you
is
feel about that, Brian?
Well, no, I mean, this is the debate. Listen, I'm willing to evolve and accept a different argument. I'm just saying I don't enjoy it when that happens. I get it maybe for one song. Everybody screaming in unison is amazing, but other than that, I want to hear the artist.
Well, okay, I get that. But I also know, I got to see My Chemical Romance last year at Riot Fest. And I have never felt, more connected to everybody else, more seen and heard than everybody screaming the entire concert because we knew all the songs. And this is what some of us have waited 10 years for.
Maddie, I was also there at Riot Fest, of course, seeing My Chem come back after 10 years. And I wished everybody would quiet down a little bit. I just said, I want to hear every song because it's the first time in 10 years of hearing it, and it did annoy me.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When you went to shows in your 20s and stuff, were you screaming the lyrics?
I don't recall.
You don't remember singing along at any of the shows you went to?
I mean, I'm sure I sang a lyric or two, but not the whole song all the way through, every song of the show. Never. I wanted to pay attention to the artist.
I highly doubt that because I go to shows with you now and I see you playing air guitar and drums all the time.
Okay, but
you're not focused. Right, but I would imagine when you were younger you're doing it, and now because you're past it, you want other people to stop.
I don't think I'm not sure it's a young old thing. In fact, I think there's probably more older people singing along too. I think it's all genres. I think it's become a thing because on social media, people have posted videos of people singing, and it's a cool video. It's an awesome video when you see everybody singing the song like that, and I think people have been trained to kind of do it. I don't know. Trisha's checking in from Indiana. Trisha, ahoy.
Ahoy.
Okay, so what do you think about me, about society in general, singing at shows?
So singing is okay. I'm with Kinsey. Singing is okay. But when you're having a conversation about something that totally doesn't relate and you're interrupting the show for everyone else, it's unacceptable.
I agree with
you.
that. I agree with that.
It's frustrating. You buy these expensive tickets and you go out, and again, yes, be passionate, scream the artist's name, sing the songs, do all that. But to sit there and talk about your schedule coming up, and it's not during intermission or something, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I was infuriated.
What were you?
I was super angry.
Were you drunk?
Very mad.
Well, listen, I agree with that side of it. It's a little different subject on it, but I mean, people at concerts can do annoying things all the way around. I'm just talking about singing every song. It seems like every song, every time I go to a show, is sung all the way through. And Marco's checking in from North Riverside. Ahoy, Marco, what's up?
Ahoy, Brian, I'm on your side here, and this is the sole reason I've never bought tickets to Pearl Jam. That concert would be the end of me.
You're right. That's another one where I guarantee you, listen, I'm going to that show. I love Pearl Jam, but I'm going to go, but I'm probably going to leave hey, can everybody just agree to maybe 2 songs? Okay, we'll give you 2 songs to sing everything along to. And then
it would be bell to bell. You know it the whole time, every song, half of the lyrics wrong. Then they start to get drunk. It would just be, I just imagine it'd just be terrible.
Well, listen, thank you, Marco, for checking in. I appreciate the honesty. You keep checking in 312-591-8300. Al's checking in from Chicago. Al, ahoy.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
I agree with Marco. Usually, people don't get all the words correct. And like you said, I want to hear, I paid to see the artist. I didn't pay to hear a bunch of drunk people around me to, liver blabber, And then, like I was saying previously, was that, even if I didn't pay to go see a concert.
Oh, wait, I think he said a little swear word there, maybe?
I don't know.
I think he did. We can't. I'm not sure if I'm sorry. I apologize. I brought you down. It sounded like something swore there, but I'm not against getting drunk and getting rowdy at a concert. That's what I've done my whole life, okay? Like Kenzie brought up me air guitaring and drumming, and I do get excited at concerts. I love the vibe. I just don't want to disturb the other people, and I want to hear the artist. I want to hear them sing. I want to hear the guitars. I want to hear everything. And I feel like lately it's become sing every song all the way through, especially the big-time art, the big artists especially, you know? Ryan's checking in from Tinley Park. Ryan, ahoy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, man?
So I totally disagree. I think that the going to see a live show is all about the experience, and that's the artist vibing off the crowd and you know the experience of it all, and that's part of it. It may not be your favorite part of it, but you know when it comes to wanting to hear the artist, if you want to hear the artist perfectly, you turn on the CD, you turn on the album, you know.
But I go the other way, saying if everybody's singing along, it becomes like karaoke. And then I'm not hearing the artist at all. You might as well go to a bar and go see it and see somebody do bad karaoke.
But to me, that's the equivalent of like when the artist is, all, messed up and can't even remember the words of their own song. That's what I like about the show, because I want to see the artist like in their environment and vibing off the crowd and everythty else.
Well, I do too. That's exactly why I go to concerts. I love a live performer, an amazing performer. I just don't want everybody singing along. I don't know. Maybe I sound like a crotchety old, cahoot.
I just think that you have to realize that if you're going to a venue, people are going to sing along. So if you don't want that, you could make more money and book them privately, or you could listen to the album because no one's going to interrupt it.
It's the opposite. People that want to sing along should listen to the album and go do karaoke because that's all you're hearing anyway. I'm not hearing the guy or girl I want to hear.
I'll tell you what, and I stand by this. One of my favorite concerts ever was Lionel Richie because everyone sat and everyone was quiet. And there was no problems.
People didn't sing along to Lionel Richie?
Well, it was more of a sway. Everyone was on the same page. Let's just watch. Let's just calmly watch what's happening here and enjoy it.
That's all I'm saying. I want us to get on the same page.
You should start seeing some of those.
Go
to Lionel Richie.
I heard
You'll love it.
Lionel Richie was at the United Center last Saturday, and I heard it was amazing.
He's great.
Yeah.
My favorite shows.
Yeah. Eric's checking in. Ahoy, Eric.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Going on? I just heard Marco mention something about Pearl Jam and everybody getting the lyrics right and, hearing everybody sing. Just got to say, let's be honest, everyone in that crowd is just going to be drawing those words out, yawing their hearts out. I mean, come on. We're all going to be doing that.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
We've got one of those conversations you may have at the bar or at the house. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, in case the producer was in here for it earlier. About after the show yesterday, I talked about I'm really sick of everybody singing every lyric to every song at a concert. I want to hear the artist sing. And I'm not being a curmudgeon. I was labeled that. I swear I'm not. I have been to many concerts, most probably in the building here without question, over 1,000 concerts. I still go to concerts. I still get in the pit. At Picnic, I went right down there for my boys Giovanni and Hired Guns. I love the vibe. I just want to hear. And it's okay to sing one, but every song, every lyric loud where the artist has to pull back and just play the guitar or whatever and not sing anymore. I'm trying to help you guys. You paid this money. Concerts are more expensive than ever. That's why we do the Golden Ticket, a half hour away from another chance at the Golden Ticket, where you get in the free concerts for a year with Q101. But Jerry's checking in from Elk Grove. Jerry, ahoy. Am I just the one being an a-hole here?
No, Brian, you are completely 100% correct. I think that society set a new standard, and if you don't know every lyric to every song, you are not a super fan or a true fan at that. And I feel like everyone around that does know the words or acts like they do know the words, they judge you. And I've felt victim of this. I can tell you, I sometimes I will make up words to songs just to act like I fit in and that I know the artist. So, like me personally, I have a stance. I'm going to say I'm done. I'm done doing that.
I love that it's taking an elitist view now. Like, you think you're better than everybody if you sing words at concerts. That's probably why Case likes it. You know how he is
very elitist
about his music.
For sure. Absolutely.
Very elitist.
I like the way you weaved in victim in this one. I really do. I appreciate you.
The funny thing is, nobody complains about being, people being victims more than Brian, but nobody enjoys being a victim more than Brian.
That's a factual statement.
I think you would... Brian's day would be made if he got robbed so he could bitch about it for like years.
But please don't rob me.
But you'd love it.
If it
You
happens.
would love it. You would be like held up at gunpoint and you'd be excited. Because you're like, oh my God,
Have
I'm
you,
going to get to complain
have you
about
ever
this.
have you ever made up words to a song?
Me or Kenzie?
For Kenzie, have you ever made up words to a song that
Not that I know of,
you
but
might have known?
But I'm sure I've gotten all the words wrong without realizing it. I'm sure that's happened, but I don't care.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you checking in. I love the victim role there. I'm gonna take a little
Oh, God, here you
advantage there.
go.
It's great. Thank you, Jerry. Brianna's checking in from Palatine. Brianna, ahoy, welcome in.
Ahoy.
What's your stance on this? I'm trying to just band us all together. So your dollar, your concert dollar is worth more because you hear more of your artist. That's what I'm trying to do here.
You know, Brian, I would love to agree with you, but the thing is, I'm a millennial, and I just don't really understand this boomer perspective that you're taking.
Boomer, you're better. Hey. Brianna, you're better than that. You don't need to go that.
I don't understand it, though, Brian, because if you're going to a concert, some other people have said it's about the experience. And to me, what you're expressing, Brian, is that you're just a bad singer and you can't sing along to the song.
Well, that's not incorrect. You're fine with that stance on that. That's okay. You're good with that.
You're a
Don't get
loser,
mad at
Brian.
everybody else just because everybody else is better at singing and wants to enjoy the experience.
Oh,
and sing along
Brianna,
with
now
it.
you went too far. You had it, Brianna. You had it. You almost had me evolving, but these people cannot sing that are around me at the shows. They're all yelling, and the artist. I'd rather hear the artist. Are you telling me the people in the crowd are better singers than the artist?
No, that's not at all what I'm saying. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying they're better singers than you because you don't want to sing along with them.
I don't want to sing along. You're right. I don't. I paid good money to see the artist, and I want to see him perform. And if I wanted to go to a karaoke bar, I go to a karaoke bar. And here, in sync, I want it that way.
When have you ever been to a karaoke bar that your favorite artist is at?
I'm saying is it sounds like a karaoke when everybody's singing. I can't hear the artist.
Yeah, but the experience that everybody else is going for is being able to sing along with their favorite artist in the same vicinity as them for one moment in their entire life.
Who's your favorite artist, Brianna?
My favorite artist? Yep. I've got a million of them, but I have to go back to my core. My favorite artist is Fall Out Boy.
Okay, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Fall Out Boy had to play the loudest show ever at Wrigley Field to get over their fans singing every song so people could hear it. Now, that was a good move on their part.
Yeah,
Kenzie was
great?
there.
Everybody, the whole rest of the week said, wow, that was the loudest show I've ever heard, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Thanks to the fans.
I heard it. Yeah. Well, Kenzie went deaf in one ear because of that show.
Yeah, and it wasn't because of the people. It was because of Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, they
They're
had to
very
go
loud.
louder. Listen, I appreciate.
I'll tell you what. It would be impossible for me. Like when I saw Mark Anthony, there's no way I'm not screaming "Rain, Rain Over Me."
One song.
Right. Like there's some songs that it's like there's no way.
Yeah. Just one more song. That's all I'm saying, Brianna. Just pick a couple songs.
What I'm saying, though, is that when you're in a stadium with 10,000 plus people, right, there's a bunch of people there, right? Every single person is going to have a different favorite song that they're going to want to sing their heart out to.
Yeah, but that Fall Out Boy show, everybody sang every lyric to every song.
Yeah, because everybody loves Fall Out Boy and everybody loves every song of Fall Out Boy, so why not show your support?
Yeah, but I'd like to hear Patrick sing. That's what I'd like to hear when I go to Fall Out Boy.
Okay, well, you could still hear. I was screaming my lungs out and I could still hear Patrick singing, so I think maybe like there's something going on with your hearing or something because those microphones are loud. You even just said they turned up the microphones so that everybody else could hear over the crowd, and you're saying you still couldn't hear Patrick? That sounds like a you problem.
I wear earplugs to drown out you. I do that, Brianna.
You know what's
I wear
funny?
earplugs too, but you know what I do, Brian? I get there early and I go up front because I'm a short kid. So I want to hear Patrick and I want to see Patrick. So I'm going to go up to the front. And if I'm up at the front, I can't say a single word about every single person there whose favorite band is on stage right in front of them, screaming the lyrics to every song.
Brianna, you know what I'm going to do for you? At 6'4" _1/4", you can be on my shoulders next Fall Out Boy show.
You know what, Brian? You really, really shouldn't say that because I will find you at the next Fall Out Boy show.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, every morning, Gil Curtis comes in with your headlines of the last 24 hours.
This is not headline news. Elon Musk says he'll need surgery before he can fight Mark Zuckerberg. I didn't know they did spine transplants. Zoom is ordering its workers to come back to the office. It was the most ironic office memo of all time. Today is National Pickleball Day. From one player to another, have fun dinking in the kitchen while you play teeny tennis with a wiffle ball and a $200 paddle. And today is International Cat Day. Just an FYI, your cat will also celebrate it the other 364 days of the year. This is not Headline News.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.